This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for Friday, May 16th, 2025. I'm Marek Mazurek. A team of Purdue University undergrads blew engineers at Mitsubishi Electric out of the water. At solving a Rubik's Cube, that is. The Purdue team of Junpei Ota, Aiden Hurd, Matthew Patrohe, and Alex Berta now hold the Guinness World Record for fastest robot to solve a puzzle cube. The team developed an automatic robotic system called Purduebics Cube to complete the task in barely over 1/10 of a second. That beat Mitsubishi's time last year of about 3/10 of a second.
We did a lot of mechanical interior optimization inside the Rubik's Cube. We designed a custom internal core that holds all the pieces together stronger because the old one was very weak. And we also do a lot of optimization inside each centerpiece to ensure we basically just don't slip or have turn-in places happen.
That's Matt Patrohe talking about how the team pulled off the task. The system uses machine vision for color recognition, custom solving algorithms optimized for execution time, and industrial-grade motion control hardware. The quartet debuted the Purduebics Cube at Spark, a university design competition meant to highlight teamwork and precision automation skills. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway will officially be sold out for race day. IMS officials announced Friday that the Indy 500 will sell out of grandstand tickets for the track likely over the weekend. With that news, the IMS will lift the local blackout of the race, allowing Central Indiana fans to watch live on TV. The 109th Indy 500 will be broadcast on Fox, with the race starting around 12:45 p.m. The IMS is expecting a crowd of around 350,000 people for race day. Last year, inclement weather stopped the race about a few thousand tickets shy of a sellout. The news marks the first time since 2016 when the grandstand sold out for the race. From the #1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
To succeed, you need to stay informed. You need to be engaged. And let's face it, you need to set yourself apart from the rest by connecting with a company that brings you the best. Because in today's environment, business is an ever-moving target, and we'll help you chase it. IBJ Media. The best of business is in us. Get started at ibjmedia.com/youngprofessional.
For the 25th consecutive year, University of Notre Dame students gathered to pitch their ideas for the best new venture at the McCluskey New Venture Competition. The annual competition took place at Notre Dame in late April and saw nearly $1 million in prize money given out. Groups of graduate and undergrads were given 6 minutes each to pitch their business ideas to a panel of judges that included representatives from Ally Partners, Notre Dame Investment Group, Irish Angels, Victory Park Capital, GrowFlow, and project management site ClickUp. Judges gave the grand prize of $50,000 to Runaways, a platform that helps high school graduates figure out their next steps, whether that be finding a job, going to college, or doing other service. Runaways' pitch was presented by Notre Dame graduate student Teresa Covarrubias, who highlighted the platform's use of AI in matching young people with employment opportunities. Other winners included Routora, an app that uses AI to optimize route planning with an eye towards reducing emissions, travel time, and fuel costs, and Pi Squared, an educational app that was pitched as a Wordle for math. Members of the Commission for Higher Education, or CHE, met in Hammond on Thursday for several hours to detail new laws and review the changing landscape for higher education institutions, notably slimmed-down budgets, more severe state oversight, and shifting criteria for certain scholarships. Like most portions of the two-year budget, state funding for higher education took a 5% hit in the final days, triggered by a grim forecast that predicted $2 billion less in revenues over the next 2 years. In addition to the 5% reduction for some scholarship programs, CHE's budget line and individual allocations to each public institution were reduced, along with restoration and rehabilitation funding. One of the biggest changes to the operation of the state's public institutions will be enhanced tenure reviews tied to, quote, productivity. Such scrutiny will include teaching loads, time spent on instruction, and graduate student oversight, and the research produced by a faculty member. State law now requires that if those criteria aren't met, the faculty member shall be placed on probation and could be dismissed. Additionally, professors must publicly post their syllabi. Another law changes the process for how CHE applies for grants and federal funding. CHE will also be required to submit a new report examining the utilization of physical facilities at state educational institutions, including an analysis of classroom spaces and laboratories. Former Indiana Governor and Purdue University President Mitch Daniels is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC. A weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Mark Mazurik for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.
Get ready for full throttle coverage as we shift into high gear for Business at the Brickyard, presented by LiUNA with support from the City of Westfield and Daniels Family Vineyard and Winery. We're giving you the inside track on the powerful connection between motorsports and the Indiana economy. Join us at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for exclusive interviews, behind-the-scenes access, and the stories that drive the business of motorsports. So buckle up and join us for Emmy Award-winning Business at the Brickyard coverage all month long.